Last month, the ex-wife of ex-president Donald Trump, Ivana Trump, was found dead in her New York City home at the age of 73. She was Donald Trump's first wife and mother to 3 of his children, Donald Jr., Ivanka, and Eric. Her family called her an incredible woman, a force in business, a world-class athlete, a radiant beauty, and caring mother and friend. She was apparently heavily involved in Donald's business affairs when they were together, constantly helping out with his dealings and even helping to design the infamous Trump Tower. Since her passing, she has been buried, and rumors started flying that Donald Trump had buried her at his golf course. Not for some sentimental reason like she loved golf or it was a part of her final wishes, but in fact people believe this is because Donald was trying to catch a few different tax breaks for the course. So let's talk about that and the evidence behind it. Dartmouth sociology professor Brooke Harrington brands herself as a tax researcher, and when she heard the rumors, she charged herself with looking into the validity behind the claims. And in her opinion, it's true that Donald was trying to save a few bucks, saying, "I was skeptical of rumors Trump buried his ex-wife in that sad little plot of dirt in his Bedminster, New Jersey golf course just for tax breaks. So I checked the New Jersey tax code, and folks, it's a trifecta of tax avoidance. Property, income, and sales tax all eliminated." Similarly to how churches do not have to pay taxes, areas classified as cemeteries also don't. Brooke also clarifies that there are apparently no rules surrounding how many human remains must be on the property for it to qualify, so the one burial plot on the land is enough to call it a cemetery. Phoebe Wall from USA Today backed this up, saying, "New Jersey law exempts land used for cemetery purposes from income, sales, and use taxes. The hashtag Ivana Trump burial site at Trump National Golf Club in Bedminster likely delivers a huge tax break. Business and inheritance taxes are exempt too. Also, cemetery property is exempt from sale for collection of judgments." Pictures of the burial plot are honestly pretty sad. A square roped off area with a lone grave in the middle of it. Clearly no real effort was put into making this a respectable or respectful cemetery. This also isn't the first time that Trump has classified his golf course as something that is not a golf course. He also declared it as a farm to gain further tax breaks because it produces mulch and apparently has a few goats hanging out on it. Now I want you to take a second and guess how much a year Donald Trump pays in taxes for the farmland. Got your guess? Well, I guarantee you probably didn't get it right, because the truth is he pays just over $16 a year in taxes for the land. I spend more than that a day on Uber Eats, and I definitely don't have as much money as he does. Now, as it turns out, Donald Trump's plans to turn his golf course into a cemetery have actually been around for a while, and Donald himself intends to be buried in the plot. He said that he made this decision because it's his favorite property. Imagine having so many properties that you're picking favorites. In 2014, they first received permits for 10 plots for members of those who had come up with the plan. 3 years later, in 2017, however, they jacked that up to 300 plots to be sold to members of the golf course for the low price of $300,000. His consultant said, "It's one thing to be buried in a typical cemetery, but it's another if you're buried alongside the 5th fairway of Trump National, where golfers will hold memberships over many generations." I know golf is a game that is stereotypically played by the more wealthy, but $300,000 to spend the entirety of your afterlife at a golf course? It's baffling to me. Here's what people on social media had to say about the situation. Sources close to Donald Trump reveal he buried Ivana Trump on his New Jersey golf course so he could cheat on her for the rest of his life. And I thought I'd really gotten my head around who Donald Trump is as a person, but burying the mother of your children in what is essentially an unmarked grave in a golf course just to get a tax break genuinely took my breath away. And there is plenty more like that. So that's all I have for you for now. I've been your host, Woody. Join us next time for more.